up, let it ride. Yeah, adoption pod.
Mick and Mike, yeah, they on the air. Breaking walls with that crypto flair. Deep dives roll, yeah, minds aware. Good vibes float everywhere. Tapping now, yeah, the stream go live. Big ideas, feel the energy rise. If you here right now, then you ride on time. Welcome to the future, enjoy the ride. Hands up, yeah, let it load. Sound check, let the people load. Yeah, feel the vibe, let the beat unfold. When it drops, yeah, the story told. Adoption pod, yeah, here we go. Crypto flows, let the knowledge grow. Breaking chains, watch the future glow. Adoption pod, they run the show. Let's go. Yeah, da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yeah. Yeah. Pioneers with minds so bright, lighting paths in the crypto night. Questions fly, answers ignite, changing lives left and right. From the blocks to the blockchain age, real talk when they hit that stage. If you're learning something, then mission complete. Mass adoption start with a seed. Adoption pod, yeah, here we go. Crypto flows, let the knowledge grow. Breaking chains, watch the future glow. Adoption pod, they run the show. Blocks are building, truth reveal. Digital world, a brighter field. Yeah, masters learning, wounds are healed. This is the future, the deal is sealed. Locked in, adoption pod. Yeah, here we go. Crypto flows, let the knowledge grow. Breaking chains, watch the future glow. Adoption pod, they run the show. Run it. Adoption pod. Adoption pod. Adoption pod.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Adoption Pod, episode 47. God, it feels like, it doesn't feel like we've been doing it that long, but we have been. It's almost been a year. That's kind of crazy.
Times. 52 weeks in a year, 5 more times, and it's a year. That's crazy. I haven't stuck with even a job this long. I can't tell you how long.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I have like a 9-month shelf life.
Hey, sometimes you just got to get in, get it running, and move on, right?
Yeah. No, I like to stay busy and be learning new things. So definitely on a different journey these days. How was your week? I saw you did some fishing.
Oh, man. It has been great. Going up to the trailer, we got the internet there, so I don't feel like I'm totally in the bush, but it's been fantastic. Just honestly, just spending time with my wife. My daughter loves it. She's just like loving fishing now. She's so addicted. She got the biggest fish. If you guys saw my post,
I miss those days. Fishing with my dad is like one of my favorite memories growing up.
I hope that continues to be one of her favorite things as she grows up.
Yeah.
But it's
don't buy her a horse. It's very expensive and you'll regret it forever.
Oh my God, I'm not buying a horse. That's a lot of work.
We ended up with 5 or 6 by the time I graduated.
What is this, Yellowstone?
Jeez. My dad liked them too. It was like, I got one, then he got one, then I got another one. And then my mom, we had to move to the country because it got too expensive to board them all. So then
that's actually pretty cool. Not gonna lie. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. I can't complain.
Where in the country did you move to house 5 horses?
Deer Park, Washington. It was like 30 minutes north of Spokane.
Okay. Every time I hear Washington, I just think the president, but that's the different Washington.
Nope. That's the lame Washington.
That's the lame Washington.
The Pacific Northwest is where it's at.
Okay. Well, we have a fantastic guest on. You guys know him.
I've never heard of him.
Doran. Honestly, always a great conversation we have on the show. So let's bring him up and let's have a great conversation. What's going on, brother?
Oh, your mic's off. This is
Hey, guys.
He's miming right now.
No, and you're lucky, Mick, because your post for the pod says use Aritsan, Aritsan, misspelled. It says Aritsan. So
I'll be right back. We interrupt this regularly scheduled programming for me.
But yeah, what's up, guys? Mick's background is having technical difficulties. Mike's background is as good as ever.
Flawless. absolutely flawless.
Are it, Sam? Yeah.
And
It's funny. You made me laugh because
this is an A/B test.
I got a little, they put those like pamphlets at your door, like a real estate agent saying, come to our open house, or whatever. And the pamphlet, the first thing you see on it is grammar errors. Like can't even spell dentistry, or like they're trying to like say all the things that are in the neighborhood, and it's totally wrong. You could tell English was not their first language, whoever made it. And that went out to everybody in the neighborhood.
Dang it.
Thank you, Neighborhood Watch, HOA.
Shout out.
God bless our troops.
To the homies.
Are HOAs like expensive? We don't have them here, or very few. We have what's maintenance fees.
HOAs
Mine's
can be
$250
a big
year.
racket.
A year?
And only if you want the pool. Like if you decide to skip using the pool, which most of our residents, I think this neighborhood was built in the 80s. So there's a lot of elderly people. So we sell pool memberships to other neighborhood kids, but we just have to pay $250 to use the pool.
You use the pool though, don't you?
Oh yeah. Well, because kids. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And this doesn't just naturally Doran.
It's hard to see it because the background reflection is like.
What are you at?
I'm the best setup.
Dude, I haven't worn my Avalanche shirt. Shout out to my Avalanche homies.
Shout out to the Avalanche homies.
It's been a while. It's been a
AVAX
while.
Forever Summit in September. Still plan on making it out there. Dorn, you're gonna have to send me lots of good BD work to be done.
Well,
yeah, I mean, you know what to do. When are you coming to OKC?
I'm coming whenever Rob comes.
Yeah, when are we thinking?
2 to 4 weeks.
2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, or something.
I've got big plans. I've got big plans.
Things going on. Well, tell us about. Let's start off. We had you on the show a few weeks ago. I had stolen you dramatically from DeFi app for a brief stint at VDEX, all with the long-term goal of getting you to open a company with me. And here we are today. Tell me a little bit about what that journey has been like.
Yeah, you have kidnapped me through a massive string, like trail of cookie crumbs of manipulation and deceit. No. Yeah, it's been amazing. So I had this idea for Artisan a while back. It stems from first principles, like solving problems first. I did bring it to a few people first, and no one wanted to do it with me. So after we left VDEX, that sounds so sad.
No one literally would do it.
No. I had to settle for Mick. No. It was just wrong time, wrong place.
Right. Well, neobanks, everyone's not early until it's all over the timeline, and then they're interested.
100%. And I mean, we all see what's going on. So, anyways, long story short, we left VDEX, started Artisan. It is the stable coin money app. So I don't think there's a single app out there. There's a ton of great card spend apps. There's a ton of great apps that do different things in the crypto neobank space. But our idea, passion, dream for Artisan is that it literally does everything. And by everything, I mean everything, even things that haven't been thought of yet in the crypto neobank space. We're already having conversations with really cool people that are doing things that we could potentially incorporate in the future. So yeah, a lot of really cool stuff to come. We've been nonstop, just meetings, partners, infra, investors, just everything. And yeah, the more meetings, the better. So if you're listening to this and you want to chat, hit us up.
Yeah.
So
we love angels.
You guys are talking about crypto payments, the one-stop place to get all payments done with stablecoin. Now, I've been using payments on crypto before. Like I know 2021 was all about crypto.com card, blah, blah, blah. Use the card. And it's really, I thought I was spending crypto. I was like, oh, I'm spending crypto. No, you're not. You're not actually spending crypto. You're actually, the transaction is actually finalized in fiat, which is not truly that layer of spending the way you want, and you couldn't really pay bills because like the vendor doesn't pay bills. So I don't know how much you can talk about it yet. I don't know if you guys know the nuts and bolts. I'm curious to know on the inner workings of this, if you're able to talk about it, on like how that works. Like, how do you actually finalize a payment with crypto, not fiat, and the vendor, because the vendor's got to hold now that stablecoin. They got to have a wallet now, right?
Yeah, so it's very complex and nuanced. Obviously, our plan is to launch in 45 days with our first limited cohort. The only reason we're able to do that is because we're working with amazing partners who have spent the years on compliance, regulatory, all the money on count, like everything. It's so intense. So we have amazing partners. And our goal is that it won't look like anything but a dollar balance in your account. So we're not thinking about euros. We're not thinking about USD. We're not thinking about USDC, stable coins, fiat. We're just thinking, okay, I have dollars. I know what they're worth. I need to pay X, Y, and Z. I need to send to ABC, and I can do that. And all of our partners handle all of the transmitting. We're 100% non-custodial. We never touch anyone's funds. So as an artisan customer, you have, for example, let's say you sent USDC to the wallet. You have your USDC in your artisan account. You say you want to go pay your rent. You're able to do that straight from your artisan account using your stable coins. And essentially what boils down to a click. It's not like, hey, I've got an off ramp. I've got to wait 3 days. I've got to pay for it to be quicker. Or, hey, I've got to convert and then do this and do it. Like, there's none of that. Let's just do it all in one place. Our whole thing is delete fragmentation. And so, yeah, like to get into the weeds, all of that is like super heavy third-party provider area. Like we have amazing partners and they do so much so that we can get started fast because we believe execution is going to be part of our biggest moat. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so the long and short to your question is, I don't want people to think about, like, yes, our first customer is going to be crypto natives, but I don't want people to think about, I always want to be in stable coins or I always want to be in fiat. I just want people to think about, regardless of what money you have, it can live here in your artisan account, whether it's stable coins or fiat, and you can do everything you need to do to live your life from that account.
Okay.
So we just want to replace your bank, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. So I assume, how do I word this? Can you have fiat and stable coins together, or is it strictly stable coins that are transacting with artisan?
It'll all be on the blockchain. So it'll all be stable coins. There's a lot of conversions that'll happen in the back end, but like when you deposit fiat, it'll get converted.
Okay. So then, like, I guess now, again, forgive me if I'm ignorant about this. Now you got to go to vendors and, like, for example, you want to pay those HOA fees.
Yep.
And you got to pay to HOA. You got to make sure the vendor will accept them, or if they even want to, or do you rely on maybe like a third party to be able to say, hey, we're going to transact here. We can still do business with you. If you don't want crypto, that's fine. We'll go through a third party and they can sell it through fiat.
Yeah, it's really interesting how these things work. And I've been learning a lot about them because there are accounts in the neobank space right now that can receive funds but can't send funds. Mm-hmm. And that was one of the things I was running into when I was trying to pay bills, pay merchants. I realized all of these merchants are restricted. I'm in the U.S., so these U.S. merchants are restricted. These are major banks. I mean, we're talking Chase, Bank of America, Capital One, all of these big banks that we all know. And I was just waiting 3 days to figure out, this actually won't work. I can't use my USDC to pay this. That sucks. Let me try another app. Let me try another app. Let me try another app. But I just kept going down that rabbit hole. Yeah. And so what we landed on is essentially, there's a lot of different ways to do it. Like there are providers that let you enter your phone number and your date of birth, and then they like do it's not a credit check, but it's like a soft lookup on the back end because of the way their infra set up, where they can basically pull your liabilities and say, okay, here are your accounts. Which ones do you want to pay? And that would be in your artisan account. We're not going that route. We're actually, I could probably talk about it. So it's going to essentially feel like everything's consolidated into one account. So you're essentially going to have a US or a US virtual bank account in your artisan account that facilitates everything that you want to pay for. So just like if you were to go pay your mortgage and you have to enter a bank account, you can't enter a debit card or credit card. They're like only taking a bank account. You would enter the one from Artisan. Or just like if you were going to pay your rent, you could enter your bank account from Artisan. It'll all work like that, just like a normal bank account. So like to Mick's point, we're just debanking the world. We're empowering them to do more with their money all in one place. And the fun thing that I know a lot of normies like is we all have had that contractor come to our house and say they only take cash. And you're like, who has cash on them? Like, be real. Like boomers have cash on them. I don't ever have cash on me. So I'm like, oh my God. And I live out in the sticks. So I'm like, I got to go find an ATM. Like how am I it's just a whole thing. Cause I usually use Venmo. They don't have Venmo. But then, last second they say they have Cash App. Yay. Hooray. The clouds have spread open in the sky. The sun comes out. So one of the coolest things about Artisan is all from one place. You'll be able to pay users of Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and a ton of other kind of wallets that are out there because we have a partner who's grandfathered into the APIs that will allow you to do so. So that's a really cool. So just to touch on that fragmentation point, I don't want to, talk about it too much, but that's kind of
we've
our
been
goal.
Talking about it for years in crypto, haven't we?
Yeah.
I mean, literally. And it feels like we're finally at the age where, at least at the consumer level, this is a solvable problem to some extent. I think with games and a lot of these other things, we built a lot of stuff that's never going to get used. And God, think of all the wasted manpower trying to,
Dude, I know. That's what I keep thinking about. I keep thinking about like how much time the three of us have spent on things that either don't exist anymore or that we learned the hard way don't have legs.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to build those things anymore. I don't want to build something that knows it's not going to make revenue. And the goal is just for the founders to like sell the token and get rich off of a token. We have no plans to have a token at Artisan. I don't even know if I can say that. I probably will get myself in massive trouble. Just
Clipping
along
it to
this
the
journey.
SEC.
Yeah. Let's delete this recording. But no, so our thing is crypto playbook, except without the traditional crypto playbook because we're not planning on a token. But we're going to be distributing to crypto natives to start. We'll go to normies later, and we're going to treat it kind of like a consumer fintech.
The difference is it's a product that people need in our industry, right? Like we are our own consumers of this product. We're allowing people that are already working within crypto, and that's the majority. And they have, we are just giving them the platform that they've been asking for. So it really is building for a legit, I feel pretty likely we'll find product market fit. The other cards have, but they have their limitations, right? And that's really what we built around.
They're crushing it on card spend.
Yeah,
they're in their own lane. We have a different focus. Will we have a card? Yes, of course. We're gonna have a card. You need to be able to do everything from your Artisan account, but that's just one part of the product. And Mike, you might be excited to hear about this, but the search terms crypto bill pay on Google Trends are up 2,700% year over year from 2025 to 2026. People want this product and they don't have access to it.
People that took, well, you know what? That's been the problem we've had in crypto for a very long time. Crypto Bitcoin OGs would make all this money in Bitcoin. Like, what do you do with it? Especially like in a time where we didn't even have anything else, right? So you need to be able to, again, if I'm a crypto investor, this is my mindset. I'm a crypto investor. I make a hell of a lot of money with crypto because it goes up faster than anything else. Why would I invest in anything else when the performance in the crypto industry, at least right now, is better than any asset in the world? Well, Bitcoin.
I don't know. Have you seen like NVIDIA? My dad was buying NVIDIA.
Not even close to what Bitcoin's performance does, right? But what I'm saying is, if I'm a crypto investor, I want to be able to transact. I don't want to have to sell into like this is the problem, the dilemma I have. Like I sold, took some profits in the bull market. I'm not going to put in the cash. I'm going to keep a stable coin because eventually I'm going to reinvest it. But if I want to spend something, if I want to go buy, for example, like I wanted to go buy a barbecue for my cottage, right? I don't want to put in the cash because then you know what I mean. It's a whole extra step, and there's fees every step along the way. There's fees, right?
Even if they're invisible.
Well, they bake it in. For example, I have an on-ramp that I use called ShakePay, right? It's a Canadian company, whatever. And so when I sell my Bitcoin into stablecoin or Canadian dollars, there's a fee. and there's a fee because they bake the price in. You're not selling at the price. It's like when you go exchange money from Canadian to American dollars. You're not, the exchange rate you look online is not what you're getting. They're baking in their fees into the prices you're paying. You're buying a different price. So you get, screwed along the way, right? You pay all these fees and you lose, some money. So being able to do it in one place without, again, the whole idea of crypto is remove the middleman. And there's so many middlemen when you got to pay first swap, then you pay for then you pay to put it to your bank account, and then when you go spend the goddamn money, you're paying the damn taxes.
Not to mention the cost, like, I don't know what you would call it, but the cost of using these antiquated systems, like the antiquated cost, like whatever you would call that, like dealing with my traditional regional bank. I can't tell you how many times I've been, and they called me one time. They were like, "Hey, we just wanted to ask you, is there anything we could be doing better?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this." And they said, "Oh, we've been hearing that from everyone." I'm like, "It's been years. Well, why haven't you done it?" So it's like, it's just
so slow. They can't move fast. That's the problem. They have an entire board of directors. Most of them are all boomers, if all, not all of them. And they literally can't move fast. This is the problem with big companies. And this is going to be the problem with AI. You're going to see smaller companies take over because they can pivot. Big companies can't. That's why you see Microsoft stock in the tanks, right?
You can just fill these gaps too quickly, so that we don't need these big organizations that have to have, like, it's all plug and play, right? Like if Apple was more built open, you could build into Apple free, like we could have developed these internet systems that we exist on today much differently. But like Satoshi's vision is to make it so that it's, out there, right? Like public information.
I even think about like our community, like a lot of our community members have been from Nigeria.
Yeah,
they can pay their bills with this stuff without having to sell it. Like, and who knows where they're exchanging the fees they got to pay? Because if you have if you're in a country with a less fortunate government, that's gonna take a little bit more from you. Unfortunately, like that sucks. I'd rather pay one-stop shop without the government having to screw around. Like pay my bills legally with the app and not having to pay all these extra steps, and again those extra fees, and then you have less than what you thought you were going to have, right? So sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think what we're seeing, guys, is very interesting. I know we're all kind of feeling it from like a government standpoint. Like our government and the way that it is set up was designed for a time that we're not living within anymore.
Yes. I feel that every day in my soul.
What is the pivot going to be for them? And will they care to make it? Or will Rome just fall?
I want to say yes, Rome would fall, but I don't think so. I think at least the US government, they got the Genius Bill, they got the Clarity Bill coming out. I think the world wants faster payments. And from a macro perspective, like just look at the, in the world right now and how there's, wars and, two different fronts between Russia and Ukraine, trade breakdowns. We're moving into a world where
how's this stuff still going on?
Yeah. Well, we could stop funding it if we just put everything on chain and stop paying the government so much money and only, like there are so many other futures worth building towards. And I think one difference between now and the fall of Rome, if you will, and I can't remember all the factors that went into, it was over decades, right? And that's kind of, we feel like we're in that decades long decline when like everything split so much. But we are like building a new financial infrastructure at the same time that our political infrastructure is kind of imploding. And I think that the financial infrastructure is what builds the political structure. I mean, like really like the funding, like to hire people to manage the government, to manage resources, to manage people. So that system is clearly outgrown, and I don't think anybody even in governments would argue that like the current monetary systems are broken. Crypto is the only thing we really have to try, and it will require a new system built around it, and it will have like voting on chain, doing all these things on chain, and we're not going to need to depend on governments like most talk about this, like charities taking 90%, the government, probably every dollar they take in tax dollars, 90% of it goes to, workers, infrastructure, whatever, and like 10% benefit gets to the Americans. Like, we are extraordinarily inefficient.
The
and
mismanagement is disgusting.
Oh my God, yeah.
The crypto AI together have the chance to make us see where all that waste is going and help money flow to places where it needs to go frictionlessly. Like I was telling you during the other day, like just money like water, like it just flows. It should be able to get to people when they need it. I shouldn't have to deposit a check from one of my accounts.
BruceLee.cash.
Do what?
BruceLee.cash.
I mean, 5 wait days to cash a check from one of my checks into one of my other accoms. Like, it just got caught up in a hold, and then I probably could have called and threw a fit and been like, whatever.
Oh, dude, you just like uncovered some trauma in me from back in the day when I had like a new job, new direct deposit, and I needed the money, and something happened with the bank where it didn't hit when it was supposed to, and then it got like hung up, and I'm on the phone with them back, and it's just a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
It's absolutely brutal. Circling back to we were talking about the Rome falling. The world kind of needs this right now when we have all this uncertainty. You don't trust your neighbor, trade breaks down. So what we do need is instant transactions, instant finality. We don't have that with right now. The SWIFT system takes about, I think, 5 to 10 days to settle transaction. Where now nation states with stable coins will be able to settle transaction in seconds. Right. So that is the power of the blockchain. And I don't have to trust my neighbor. We can transact, we get our goods, we settle it instantaneously, money sent, and you don't have to worry about, what happened. Like, for example, Russia wouldn't have to worry about US taking their assets and holding because we don't like you or whatever. You did something we don't like. And honestly, I think that was one of the biggest mistakes that America did is they weaponized their currency.
We're failing all the tests. Like in this simulation, if this is, like we would be failing all the tests. Sometimes I like to think
it's just like it's gluttony and greed and lust. It's just everyone at the top gets corrupt. Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah,
you're absolutely. So I was dying for a second while Mikkel was talking because randomly her background, a face showed up.
I saw that. It's like a little baby's face back there. What's going on?
I was
I'm so
dying.
glad you said something.
That was creepy. I got a baby running around.
What in the world?
It flies around my room.
Dude, I used to sleep in our game room upstairs in Slaughter, Louisiana, and my sisters had these little porcelain dolls.
Oh God, don't
and they
even
would
get me
set
started.
up on the shelf, and I'd wake up and they'd just be looking at you no matter where you were at in the room. And that's kind of the vibe I just got.
It was
whatever's in your background.
It started coming slowly. I was like, what the hell's going on? Oh man.
I don't trust that background for a second, Nick. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
It's artisan. I thought you'd like it.
I do like it, but we need a little off gray. I think we can get
Can I get some designer? Can I request that from our lead designer right now on the show?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
That's you, Doran, by the way, in case there was
hey,
ChatGPT, make me a new background. But yeah, so this artisan will yield be a thing, like because because I know a lot of people want to hear about yield.
So Robinhood just hit the scene with 7%. A lot of the other neobanks are in the 5% range. We're going full DeFi, baby. We're going keep it simple, make it feel like a Betterment, a Chime, 3 pools or 3 farms or 3 accounts, whatever you want to call it. Conservative, balanced, aggressive. Conservative, 4 to 5% range. Balanced 8 to 9% range, aggressive 15 to 20% range, with algorithmic code in the background constantly switching to the highest yield that's available within reason.
Yeah.
We should put AI on the front of our deck just because of that reason.
But
I was going to say, dude, what if we had? All right, listen, Eric's probably not going to see this, but I'm kind of stealing one of Eric's ideas right now. He shared this with me yesterday.
Clip it,
but it wasn't really his idea. Okay, it's his idea that sparked it in me. But it is an extension of the idea. Okay, listen, hear me out. AI chat box within the homepage of your artisan account. Just like Rocket Money, you can go to and you can do anything you want to do, but just like Rocket Money, you can go to the AI and say, hey, I want to cancel my Netflix subscription. And it goes and does it for you.
Well, I mean, eventually all that's going to have to be in there.
It's
Our
gotta be
product,
one-click
can you get our
cancel,
product
baby.
lead, Doran Mall, on that?
Dude, Eric has some phenomenal ideas he's cooking, I will say.
He is. And we're lucky to have him as an advisor. He's made, I mean, we would not have made nearly as much headway in the space in such a short amount of time. Basically having intros and in some cases, already having like
Dude, he
essentially
forces
signed
us into
partnerships
chats.
with like everybody you could need. It was like we're concierge rolled out into the neobank.
Dude, if Amex and Ritz-Carlton had a baby and they had a concierge for neobanks, that would be Eric.
Yeah. He's a legend. And check out Flex. Like we support our fellow builders in the space and especially Eric, but they are doing like 500,000 revenue a day.
They just raised 70 million at 1.2 billion valuation. They are absolutely murdering the game.
Yeah. And you love to see it. And there's
The
just
money
so
is
much room
flowing
in
into the space. We're in the right place, and we're gonna win the race. Sorry.
This
Please
reminds
never
me
say that
of-
again, Doran. Ever. Oh my God.
Dude, it all rhymed. Give me a come on.
Wait, no, it did. That's the problem, I think.
So
Yeah,
this
it
reminds
was
me
great.
of
You
a
loved
problem that I'm actually having right now. So like, I want to get my Portuguese passport. I'm waiting for it to come in. So, but I don't live there, right? Like I'm going to have my Portuguese citizenship and have a passport and all that. I'm going to start a business over there, but I don't live there. I don't own a house there. So the problem is it's hard to open a bank account. So if I want to start my business, my crypto business over there, because there's no capital gains, it's more, tax advantage for me to be in Portugal. A product like this, they have these products like digital banks, but it's not crypto native, obviously. But I'm in crypto. So this would, for me, like literally, this would make sense for me because I could have a bank account that I could pay all the bills, get the income coming in through crypto.
Because
and all that.
you want to pay your bills in the place that you actually live, but you're global.
Yes, but I want to hold, for example, I don't want to hold Canadian dollars. I want to hold everything in euros.
Yeah.
Because so like, and here's the thing that I had a conversation with my tax lawyer and I asked, like, if I earn income in Portugal, do I have to pay taxes in Canada?
Yeah.
And she says, as long as you don't bring the money back to Canada, it's not considered income, right?
We love that.
Yeah.
Dude, thanks, Mike.
So if I sell back to Canadian dollars, I
sales
obviously
pitch.
have to pay Canadian income tax. Well, this is what you got me here for.
We'll hire you someday.
But you know what I mean? Like that's what I need to hold euros. So I hold multiple different currencies because any wealthy person is going to go wherever they're taxed the least, right? Of course, like you're going to go, like a part of having a diverse portfolio is multiple countries. Like passports, having multiple passports is part of wealth generation, because your biggest hurdle in wealth creation is taxes, right? So having something digital, you don't need a brick and mortar bank anymore. You don't need to go to that stuff and set it all up. You just have,
if you can avoid it, it's so much better.
100%.
Well, in my idea of a digital future is I can do everything from my phone. You can't see it, it's black, but
and that's what I was gonna say too. Is like you brought up Nigeria, and we're talking about like the acceleration of how finances will work worldwide, utilizing blockchain, even voting and elections, etc. I know Mick mentioned that. It's going to accelerate so fast that in 10 to 15 years, we might not even recognize it. It's going to hit us in the face with how quick it comes. And we're going to be so amazed. And everyone's going to be paying from their phone. No one's going to carry cards around. People barely do anymore anyways with Apple Pay, Google Pay, all these different things. So why not have an artisan where you can just tap to pay, just like you will in general in the future anyways. And, oh, hey, I'm paying someone, a friend or a local small pop-up shop that doesn't do XYZ. Great. You have Venmo. I'm also able to send it straight
little
to my artisan
county
account.
fairs like I used to frequent.
Yeah, a little farmer's market. I mean, they're all like just have cards systems now anyways. But yeah.
The most important thing, in my opinion, is ease. UI, UX, because people are lazy. It's as simple as that. People are lazy. People already are just going to the store and just tapping their credit card and walking away. It needs to be that easy. It needs to be that easy where people don't, because nobody wants an extra step. This is the problem I have with the current crypto ecosystem. Is this all these steps to be able to do what I want to do with my money? Swap it here, put it there, like all this kind of stuff. And also the more steps you have, the more risk you have, because now you got to bridge it here, then you got to swap it here, and then like that opens you up to risk, because like there's all these different like middlemen coming in, and you go to MetaMask and it gives you an aggregate, for example, of all the different things, but you want to switch to this network and you want to be on this network, you want to buy an NFT on this network, and then all of a sudden, you have a problem. Now, again, that's crypto, but for payments,
and that happens all the time. Especially late at night. People make mistakes all the time.
Oh yeah, was this somebody was a MoonPay? Like didn't they like lose like $5 million or $5 billion in a transaction or something like that when they tried to swap something? Didn't realize the slippage.
They've all done it, yeah. But to your point, Mike, that's why we're starting with one of the main hero products that we're starting with, because the cost of switching is real. It is hard to evangelize people into believers and users of a brand new financial app. Yeah. So what better way to do it than by solving a problem that almost if anyone else is solving right now, which is the US bill pay component. I know because I looked for it. And there are some people in the space, but I just genuinely feel like our product is going to be better in a way that when we market it and show what it can do, it's just going to be a no-brainer. I'm going to use it personally. If you're receiving stable coins, you should be using Artisan when we're live. If you have things to pay for in real life, and if you're in the US, we will eventually expand, Canada, LATAM, Europe. A lot of our partners do already have compliance and regulation and everything, licensing in these jurisdictions. So we're good to go there. But we want to take our time and spend a lot of time focusing on the market we care a lot about too, which is the US market where we live. And there's just, it can keep us busy for so long. But that's the biggest thing is like, if you're getting paid in stable coins and you need to pay for your life, you already need to bill pay, but you don't have access to a product that can do it. We're building that product so you can go to one place, do everything in one place, solve your problem. I'm not going to go into anything that could be contrived as we should talk to an attorney about this, but there are a lot of benefits of just staying on chain and paying your bills with stable coins. It's huge, dude. It's going to be the door that brings a lot of users in, and then we're just going to give them everything else that they want. To keep them.
Not even, also like you think about, you have a bank account, there's data breaches for your bank account. You're like, I get spam calls on my phone, everything, because my, they probably Google gets it, or my bank has a data breach. You don't have this here because you're paying the bill. It's all in the blockchain. They don't know your phone number. They don't have that information on the hash that goes through the transaction. Like that's not a case.
Privacy is definitely a component, and I am very passionate about privacy, and it's something I've been thinking a lot about. In the background about how we can incorporate that into even more so into Artisan. So I'd love to brainstorm with you guys more about that over time and figure out what that sweet spot is, because a lot of people want it. And if you can incorporate it and integrate it in a way where it's almost like it's not an extra step. You don't have to think about it. It doesn't feel weird. It's just, we're protecting you because you deserve to be protected, kind of thing.
100%. Yeah.
Is Artisan something that you would have to KYC for?
So with our partners, you will have to KYC for certain aspects of Artisan. It's just part of the game. If they're going to be transmitting funds to specific merchants and vendors, they sort of have to. But we're going to do it in a way where it's consolidated. So just like you would sign up for a normal fintech and enter your details, and it's like, oh yeah, this is a financial app. I get it. They need XYZ details. It's going to feel like that with our onboarding for Artisan. You're only going to have to do it once, and then you'll have access to the full suite of products, and you'll never have to think about that again, because we'll consolidate it in the nuts, the new user onboarding flow, and then distribute it accordingly.
In the nuts.
See, I don't have
nuts,
a problem.
in UX, new user experience. Come on, Mick, get on the same page.
I'm sorry.
See, I don't have a problem with KYC for certain things. For example, like if you want to be private, you have the option. You can put stuff in a cold storage wallet. It's all you. Like you do what you gotta do, right? Like for me, mass adoption is products for everybody.
And
not one
DOS.
part, and not I am, but
you're like comfortable with
I follow the rules. Like you follow
exactly.
tax.
That's
you
what
gotta
I
pay
was
taxes
at,
on crypto. You pay damn taxes, but there's ways to mitigate taxes through business expenses, depreciation. There's just all these tools that you have. As people don't do it, right? And I'm like, I don't want to pay to the government.
Well,
That's my dad. My dad just complains about paying the government. Like, well, I have an option for you. Nah, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
The people at the top are going to do everything they can with offshore accounts and no memos on billions of dollars being sent out from our government that was from taxpayers. If they're going to be doing all of that, the least we can do. I look at it like this: a radar detector in your car. If the cops are going to have freaking LiDAR guns and all kinds of stuff to try and get their quotas and give you a ticket, then the least we can do is have a little bit of gear to try and look out for them so we don't get a ticket. It's a radar detector.
Right.
That's kind of how I look at it, is like, do what you can.
Well, it's systems against people all the time. That's what it's all turned into. These systems were designed to help people, and they have turned into restricting more and more and more freedom. And that we the government, what is the word, like sycophants or what, right? Like the
sycophants,
or whatever.
Well, succubus is different than sycophant.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Yeah, keep going.
And that's what I mean. Just like living, there's something in nature where like something just lives off of another organism. Parasitic relationship. That is what I was looking for.
Kind of how it feels here in Canada with 13%.
They exist by extracting from the host, and we have been hosting them our way into the 50% of kids 30 years age and younger now live with their parents.
Yeah,
and that's like
buy houses.
There's nothing wrong with America. We're doing great over here. I could not imagine staying with my parents a day beyond.
The people that should be doing things to help Americans are so disconnected from the people that are growing up right now in these newer generations that literally have no idea how they're ever going to be a homeowner.
Ever.
The idea is so far-fetched because they're living paycheck to paycheck, and we've all been there. Like it is, we could be there
when
tomorrow.
We were younger. We were lucky. We grew up in a time we could make mistakes.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but it's just like, man, it's a lot. It's very.
I think this is why you're seeing the rise of the dinks, the dual income, no kids, because people are like, well, screw it. The dream is, we were lied to, so screw it. I'm just gonna go travel, have fun, do what I gotta do. And like a lot of my friends, like I have only a couple of my friends that I went to high school that have kids. A lot of them are dual income, just going to travel, doing their thing. I have 2 friends that are teachers. I don't even know if they're gonna get married. They're just together, and they have kids. They don't have kids, and they don't plan on having kids because it's either you have kids, settle down, whatever, or you go and enjoy traveling and doing all these other adventures. Like,
remember when the government just didn't like get involved in all that stuff though? Like that was just, if you want to get married, that's kind of like you're in the, I don't know. Like I just
well, my thing is we allowed 2008 to happen.
Yeah.
We screwed everyone. We bailed them out. The taxpayers, the American taxpayer, bailed all of those evil corporations out that screwed us over. And now even people making more than enough income to buy a house are having so much trouble in the newer generations getting a mortgage. And it's like, we need, if the government's going to do anything for housing and helping people live how I believe Americans should be able to live, which is own a property, have your privacy, develop your land, whatever, have a family, then we need a program that audits and has some sort of system to determine better than these banks are doing if a person is going to actually, like, if someone has paid rent and never missed a payment for 10 years and they can show bank statements for 36 months where they have 7x what the mortgage is going to be, and they're having trouble getting a mortgage, we have a problem.
Yeah, 100%.
So we have this dilemma right now in Canada. So Canada's having like a 2008 financial crisis with housing right now. The bubble's kind of popped. Houses are down huge. And you would think, oh, great, people can afford houses now. No, they're still so high, and the interest rates haven't come down enough. So you have this like holding pattern where houses have come down, interest rates are holding steady, and nobody can still buy. So it's either the house has got to come down far enough where it makes sense and people can afford it, or the interest rates got to come down. so we're just in the holding pattern. We have the most supply we've had in decades on the market. We have probably like over a year's worth of supply at this point, or between 9 and 12 months, and we've never seen this, and no one's buying. And we're in the summer right now. Like this is supposed to be a hot market, and it's going to take a long time for this. We have to reach an equilibrium, which is either, again, house prices got to find a bottom.
Well, everything's frozen too because of the war and all the geopolitical. It's like I have a hard time making a decision to make a major financial or life move against that backdrop, right? Like new realities come out of those situations also. So it kind of just the way liquidity freezes, like humans freeze. We're like, I can't make any big moves, but that's the people who are out there making moves in those environments and staying calm and not panicking and fearing. Those are the ones that come out ahead. Like I did well in the 2008 financial crisis. Luckily I wasn't already leveraged to the tits.
Yeah.
But, like I came in right around then. So it was a huge opportunity for me. So really it's when you come in and you just have to ride it. Yeah.
And there are so many cycles, ebbs and flows. I mean, we're always going to have more ups and downs. So certainly that is a part of it, but there are people that work at the grocery store and, have a steady job, benefits, but just aren't making enough money to do a lot of the things that you would want to be able to do as an American, because to your point, Mike, prices have gone up so much. And I'm not saying that the solution is to have like some government controlled slicing of prices of homes. Like I know that would be insane, right? Yeah. I think we can all agree with that, but there's something that needs to be done for sure because there are so many people going unseen. There are so many people going unseen that are struggling. The human population is growing. The U.S. population is growing. These wars that are happening overseas, I don't even think about them. And that is a problem. How am I so removed from a war that my country is in? I don't even,
because you're a crypto Twitter addict.
So let me give you a scenario here.
But it's like everyone's removed from each other too, in a way. And no, not necessarily from each other, but the government is removed from its people.
Yeah.
It doesn't even know that so many of its people are struggling, that so many of its people in these newer generations are never maybe going to own a home or never going to be able to start a family in that way. That's part of the American dream.
Well, their aides give them those talking points for the speeches,
I think there's I relate a lot of this to education, and I think we need more systems in place. Like I'll give you that scenario, the same scenario with the person working at the grocery store. In my opinion, the grocery store job is something that is an entry-level job for kids to learn how to get into the workforce. They should have incentives to educate people, to lift them up, to educate them to move up to higher paying positions instead of just staying at a grocery store stocking a shelf as a lifer. Like that's
where it's at.
That job was made.
I told you to watch our last that Blue Cotton, the guy from Blue Cotton, that they do educational classes for all their employees.
Education was free, then we would have more people that are intelligent. Yeah. Like again, you're saying people are being unseen. There's I think the statistic is out of 8 billion people on Earth, 1 in every million people, I believe, are geniuses. But the problem is some of these geniuses.
Wow, I didn't realize I was like that much of a unicorn.
Yeah. So, but again, there's people in like Nigeria, Africa, and all these different countries.
Copy me, Vic.
That
aren't even being seen. Hop on that metaphorical horse. Sorry, Mike.
I did.
But like these people aren't being seen because they don't have the opportunity. They don't have chance to get education. This is why, for me, school should be free for everybody, at least for the first course. If you say I'm going to pick a practice to go into, this is what it is. The first one's free. If you say I don't want to do this anymore, then you got to pay.
Dude, there are so many people. There are people that won't help themselves, but we're not talking about those people right now. We're talking about people that want to help themselves and want to work hard to get ahead. And you pointed out something so amazing, Mike. Why are we subsidizing these massively wealthy corporations when we could use that government money to subsidize incentives with small businesses, medium-sized businesses, even large businesses, for them to take employees and help them take the next step in their career, whatever that is. Maybe it's a management program there in the company. Maybe it's a step in a different direction, but those subsidies go towards incentives that those employers can take. That's money in their pocket. They all want money. It's money in their pocket on their bottom line, and they're incentivized to help their employees better themselves.
But that's not the goal, right? Do you think that's the government's goal is really... I mean, I don't know.
Care what their goal should be. I know that it should be part of their goal.
Right. So, it should
be. To your point, what is the number one statistic that shows how well a nation is doing? GDP.
Oh.
Right? GDP is gross domestic product. Wouldn't you want to lift up people so your country is more productive by per capita? Right?
Yeah,
so the government isn't. You're right, but the government should be incentivized to get these people work, like homeless people, get them back in, get them healthy, get them off drugs, get them off alcohol, all that kind of stuff. Like those are people that are not doing anything for your society. Get them back in, get them healed, get them educated, get them on. Again, it's all about incentives because everybody wants to be happy. You said people are not going to help themselves. They're not helping themselves because they got something going on up here. If you can help them to get their mind right and get them in a good environment, because we are products of our environment, if we can improve the environment, then they won't have these problems and they might be motivated to do something. Give them a goal, give them a guiding light, and North Star.
We don't have those systems in place right now. We don't have systems in place to actually
they forget about
people who are homeless, because what their solution right now is either just rehab, which we know doesn't work for everyone, or put them in a house and just say, all right, later. But what we need is genuine solutions for mental health that are holistic for these people. And some people aren't going to take it. Some people are going to not want to help themselves, but there are people that are on the streets that want to help themselves and they need a program to be able to do so. And
they can just use ChatGPT though. They can just ChatGPT it now.
They don't have ChatGPT.
That's true.
Oh, they're limited. They got the free version, but they got cut off.
Free plan.
They got the
only ChatGPT they got is the person they're talking to when they hit that crack pipe.
Yeah.
So
that's not there. It's an invisible person.
This is why I got into Bitcoin, because the Bitcoin gets the incentive models right. It's got all the incentive models correct, and I really believe if you fix the incentives, you can really fix the world. And again, more people, everybody. I think if you give everybody a chance, they would want to be productive and do something. The thing is, you hit it right on the head. It's that it's all in your head, and if you feel so wrong upstairs, it doesn't matter what productivity you're trying to accomplish because it doesn't feel good.
It doesn't register. There's no sense of purpose. It's detached from your.
So it all starts here, to Mike's point. And then once you start to heal here, then provide those aspects of places they can be productive, and they'll start to latch onto those, and then they're off to the races.
It's a snowball effect.
It's a careful system. And I'm not a scientist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a mental health professional, but we need to incentivize with government funds people that are to start to put some of these programs together and figure these things out.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right. I'm only saying this because I've been there. 2022, I was going through extreme depression. Then I found some mentors, and I found some one of the speakers, Jim Rohn, one of my favorite speakers.
Dude, great speaker.
And brought me out of it. Like I just started getting motivated. And I found Jordan Peterson. Then I found my trading mentor, which also is a Jim Rohn fan.
Yeah.
And all these people, I just started consuming the right content and feeding my brain the right stuff. And then I met you, Mikkel, because I already started feeling positive, and you know what I mean? You start attracting these people to you, and now your network becomes all this awesome.
It is weird how that happens. You just draw like-minded energy to you,
because you can feel it, and then you just
woo-woo.
And then you just stay away from all the negative people, whether it's a bad negative friend or just people. You just only pick.
You create your own reality. I'm a firm believer of you create your own reality. I can choose what I give my attention to, and there is enough good stuff in this world for me to give attention to. I will have to mourn things just like every other human. That is part of the human experience, and it's part of whatever and why ever we're here. we're meant to experience these things and to overcome emotions and obstacles and challenges and learn and grow from them. And I'm to the point where when I go through something difficult, I'm looking for like, what's the opportunity? What am I going to grow into next? Because
what am I going to rubber band bounce snap to next?
Because that's how it always is. You know, at the end of VDEX, I was a little stressed. I was like, you know, pretty stable there and stuff. And this just felt right. Like, I don't fear that anymore. Like, I just don't. The universe, God, he didn't take me far just to leave me here, you know? So you keep going. And the second that you stop, you start compromising your values and you get comfortable and you say, well, now instead of continuing to shape my own path, I'm going to stay in this comfortable box at this company because I know these certain needs are met. And then you slowly, your soul die, you know, because somebody at the top that's your algorithm. You're choosing to stay in an algorithm, right? Yep. Instead of like moving through the algorithm of life and picking and choosing what you like.
Mike decided that he wanted to enjoy life and he found a way to do it.
Yeah.
You find even like getting into content creation, like, you know, you get in, you want to find out, do what everyone's doing to be successful. Like, I just found a way that works for me. Whether it becomes successful or not, I don't care. I can do this. I can manage what I'm doing now. I can do what I'm doing to the best of my ability. Where it goes, who cares? Like, I'm an investor. Like, I came into crypto as an investor. Wherever the content thing, like, I have my mind right. Like, I have my expectations in line. I don't say, I'm going to try and go viral. If it goes viral, it happens.
That's
right?
where you.
I enjoy educating people and helping people, and maybe a mistake I've learned or something I've done along the way, and I talk about as like, oh shit, I had that problem too, or I won't make that mistake because, you know, I heard it on this show. Like,
right.
That's all that matters to
learning
me.
From other people's mistakes.
Yeah, like,
and you're doing a great job too, Mike, at like progressing, because that's the big thing. And I know you know this about yourself, and because we all do this, we're all like, you have to be, like you said, Mike, you have to be okay with the result, but still put in your best effort.
Yeah,
regardless of what the result is. But
radical acceptance.
Yeah,
the journey is the gift. Like, whatever I learn, I may or may not.
Good things don't come out of chaos and stress.
I mean, listen, some chaos is cool and fun and like great, but it doesn't come out of like keeping yourself up at night thinking like, man, why isn't this podcast working? Or man, why isn't my X profile taking off? Or man, why isn't my Twitch stream getting more viewers? Like, you just show up, you do your best, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You have to be okay with either result. And you just move on to the next thing. You keep trying new things. And because it's not like somebody that became successful at something was like so much better than you and did something so much better and like did XYZ things and so many different things. They just did it. They did it. And a lot of it's luck and God ordained timing. They were in the right place at the right time. But the bottom line is, Mick, yeah, you're right. They did it and they did it to the best of their ability. And that's how you get it, regardless of whether,
I don't want to offend anyone, but I'm a big, JT Solana, and then it made it even Mark Andreessen, and them like retard maxing. Like, I know that's like not a kind term, but just doing the thing. Stop overthinking. Don't think about all the things that could go wrong. Don't think, like, just be in the present and say, like, I'm going to go after this. Like, I'm not going to sit here in inaction and be miserable. And like, distasteful name, but like the vibe behind it is just like, God, what were we put here for? Like, when I think just back to like humanity at its roots, like,
when are you going to start truly enjoying every moment?
Right.
When are you going to start truly enjoying every moment? That's what you got to ask yourself. If it's not right now, when is it going to be?
Yeah. Have a plan. Like, I know for me, like, I still work the 9-to-5 job. My wife does too. And, but the thing is, we're investing aggressively to be able to, have crypto bring us that freedom eventually. Like, it's a means to an end. I know, like, could we start our own business? Yeah, of course. Could we do that? But, right now we've been married for like 15 years now. But like we've just plowed our money. We've always been good savers, and we got into crypto, earlier, like and we see what it is. And I believe that will bring me financial freedom. And that with higher capital, you can start to take more risks and stuff like that. Everyone's different. And like, that's why my platform was like, I'm a freaking mechanic. If I can do this and build wealth, you can too. It's not about who's smarter. It's just where you put your energy. Just do it. Exactly like Tim's point. Just literally do it. Figure it out as you go, like building a plane as it's flying. And that's the difference between the have and have nots. It's like people talk and people do. Simple.
And it's really cool too, because there are people that are building a business right now that would be like, oh, I don't want to work a 9 to 5. But the crazy twist is, in 20 years, you're going to be in a spot that is so amazing because you stuck to your plan. You kept stowing away. Whatever, I don't know what your retirement plan and all that is, but I'm sure you're planning, right? So that's what you should be doing. That's what everyone should be doing. You should be planning for, I think, always 15, 20 years ahead at any given time, especially as an adult. And especially if you have a family or if you want a family.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not going to die now, though. They're saying if you live the next 5 years.
I have heard that.
That's crazy.
You're going to live
Ryan
forever.
Johnson ices the boys while he's in the sauna and doesn't lose sperm count.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Weird.
If we're going to integrate with robots like Neuralink and
I'm getting signing up for.
I've already got a chip in my head.
What upgrade?
I knew you had something on me.
Cyber limbs and all that kind of stuff. What upgrade would you want? What would be the first thing you go for? Would you get like a robotic leg to run faster? Like the brain chip? Just do everything.
Yeah, brain chip, dude.
I would just want to know everything the second I thought it and be able to like file through so many possible solutions.
I want to be like Neo from the Matrix. I know Kung Fu.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I signed Wyatt up for a ninja class that starts tomorrow.
So cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's all send pics, obviously, but he's gonna go. He loves being a ninja and like crawling around the house and stuff. And I found like an actual ninja class. So
he's gonna love that.
The next adoption pod episode, you're gonna see Mick get some ninja stars thrown in her head. It's 10 o'clock, Mom.
I need someone to practice.
I'm gonna like shadow practice on the side, like, and just like get a free class with all the 6-year-olds.
You know, I went to a restaurant in Japan one time, and it was a ninja themed restaurant. And you got to go through all these like hurdles to get to your table.
That's so dumb.
It's not that dumb, okay?
That's so stupid. Your son, you're doing a great thing for your son, and all you could think about is ninja stars with the 60-year-olds.
I'm just enjoying every moment, Doran.
I love it. I'm here for it.
Hey, life is a beautiful journey, and when you think of it as a journey, life gets better that way. Instead of just hating the day by day, it's like a journey. There's seasons. You have your ups and downs. Enjoy the journey along the way. Don't do things that are going to make you regret it. Because
I love
so hard to do in the moment, but such good advice.
Yeah,
that was a simple mind switch for me, like to change my mind frame. Is like there's a journey. Like where I'm at right now, 9 to 5. I hate the 9 to 5, but it's a journey. This is a part in my life. Eventually, we're gonna get to that next season, which is financial freedom, whatever. Like that's my goal, and it's gonna be different for other people. But like, think of it as this winding road instead of like, oh, today's tough. It sucks. I just can't wait for tomorrow. Don't want wish for time to go away.
No,
like love the time. Like if you're having a bad time right now, it's temporary.
You're gonna look back before long and wish you had more days like that.
I want to read you guys so many real poems right now, but I'm gonna spare you. But live the questions now, and one day you just might live into the answers. Is all I'll say.
Absolutely. Well, I love what you guys are doing.
You know what they say?
What do they say?
Pace, strong pace, win the race.
Boom. Love it.
If you tweet that ever from Artisan. We're getting a new socials lead.
I'm feeling so goofy today. I don't know what got into me.
I don't either, but I like it. I think, I don't know. It's like the vibe, right? Like, I don't know. Doran, like last thing I want to ask you, what's been the most like, because this has been super fun for me, like personally. I know you're having fun. I know Jordan's having fun. Like, this is the first time that I've really felt like I'm working at a real startup with real people as passionate as me, not about money, but about building something fucking cool. And we're just all excited and stupid and giddy about this shit. And it's not like, oh, think of how much money we're going to make. It's like,
no,
who can we get on our cap table to like, give us, like go to market.
If we were just
here.
thinking about the money, we would launch a token.
Yeah, no, but so like, what has been the most surprising thing or like difference in your journey, like doing this now for yourself versus you as myself? I mean, I've co-founded things and you've co-founded things, but this is like a big play, right? This is a lifetime play, perhaps. What's the difference between doing it for DeFi app and doing it for yourself now?
Yeah, I think it's important that we're doing something that none of us are control freaks, but we've all been in situations where the leadership has felt us wanting, let's say that. And so one of the big things that I know we're all passionate about at Artisan is like, how many people can we employ someday where we're literally paying them more than they've ever been paid before because we're doing so well that we can give people opportunities. Like that's something I'm really passionate about. I've been given a lot of chances in my life. I love helping other people. It is the best thing in the world. Always do it anonymously. That's what I believe is the God directed way to do generosity and all of those good things. But yeah, it's fantastic. I'm just living in the moment, excited every day. We're not going to take no for an answer. I'm an absolute dog on a bone. I will not be denied. I am the hardest worker in the room. I will destroy everyone in the most positive and productive way imaginable. And we're building something amazing. And I'm just grateful to be doing it with people who are awesome, because how often do you find people like Mick, like myself, like Jordan, where you can actually build something together and you're all focused on the same dream together? Usually you're doing it by yourself, or you're trying to convince someone, or you have someone that's with you that's not as into it as you.
Office politics.
We're all locked
pure motives. Like
we
no
are
ego,
grinding
pure motives.
Every single day. We all have the same passion, enthusiasm, goals for Artisan. We know what we want it to be. We know what we're building. And the trippy part about it is, I don't know how we got here. I don't necessarily know how we got here, but I'm very happy we did. And we're going to build something amazing.
That is pretty crazy when you said that. I mean, I said it earlier in the show in a different way, and it really is. This was really like 3 weeks ago.
It's a life in the making. It's all of our lives in the making.
It is. And that's what, I mean, you run all these different races and you train and you acquire all these different skills and life experiences. And then there comes a moment where it clicks and you're like, this is where all those lessons apply. This is why I went through that hard stuff. This is why I've gone through fear and uncertainty before to make me brave in the face of massive uncertainty. I've always said I never, want to be a founder or I always prefer to be a number two. I don't even have that fear anymore because I've worked for so many people that some of them brilliant, bright, whatever. And I'm like, but you are just not a good person, And it's like, why, like, good people are who we need to be lifting up. And I have such a network of people that have known that to be me over the years, and you have the same, and Mike has the same. And it's like, we have an amazing network of people who are doing the right things. Like, give them something to band around that's not Pump Fund 2.50 FOMO,
a casino app or a new product, or
let's build a consumer
we need to
product.
heal society with good things, good incentives. Like, I don't like this whole gambling meta. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is destructive. It's the same thing here. Like, I live in Ontario, and Ontario is like the whole ad. Ontario's, you can gamble here, because we have the OLG, which is Ontario Lottery Gaming Commission, whatever, and you can buy booze, and weed's free, and weed's legal. So like, those are terrible things.
Weed is free or weed's legal?
It's legal. It's not free.
Okay.
Well, you can grow your own. You can grow your own, so that'll be free.
Oh God.
was like,
I have to move right now.
yeah.
But it's like, you know what I mean? Like those are that is not where a province should be known for. You know what I mean? It's like that should not be the case. You're not really an advertising.
Well, I knew Nelson, Canada, when I was 18, it was known for I could be 18 and go there and drink.
Well, yeah, Niagara Falls, you cross the border and you gamble and you can drink much younger. And in Canada, there is no tax on gambling wins. So
actually, that ended up later getting me in a lot of trouble, and I am 9 years sober. So screw you, Canada.
We need to have, again, I go back to fix the incentives because when you fix incentives, like beautiful things can happen.
Yeah, you're luring kids into drink. You could be luring in scientists to study fish.
Make the world a better place.
We're all working really hard. We all are totally okay with continuing to work really hard. So why not work really hard and build something you believe in?
Yeah.
Rather than building someone else's dream and them not reciprocating it 3 years down the road, 12 years down the road, 20 years down the road.
Listen to my tweet that I wrote earlier. I wrote, the universe made us works of art and we have made all of ourselves workers, or something like phrasing.
Yeah,
but you are a work of art, Doran. What? What did you say?
Benadryl is kicking in.
I'm tweeting this from the artisan accounts. No, but like
she chugged a little Robo-Tussin.
She made some great drink.
What were we here for in the beginning? And it was like to learn to communicate and build and grow. And like it's gotten so backwards. Like we weren't meant to slave and work, and like this still is a semi-feudalist system, and it's not going to get any better until good builders stand up and build good products that give equal access to everybody and don't let don't protect the wealthy population, don't cave. Like we need leaders with morals and ethics and principles that'll walk away from money if it comes down to like, hey, I'm going to treat all of my customers the same, or, do right by all of them, or I'm going to service this one certain group because, it's going to cost my other users a little more, but I'm going to make so much more. Like that is the wrong mindset. That will always pain leads to more pain and suffering. The second you can start taking pain and transmuting it.
Yep.
That's the winning ticket.
It's the winning ticket. And if it was more immediate, doing that wrong thing for the money in the moment, if the repercussions were more immediate and in your face,
yes,
it would be. But I think God designed it that way because you have to have discipline to do the right thing, and you do have to fall on your face a few times and realize it might take 3 years, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. That was a long side quest to learn a hard lesson.
You have to have some self-reflection, and I think a lot of people are just stuck on autopilot, so they don't have that self-reflection. Right? You got to think inward. It starts with you. It really starts with you.
It starts with you, and with that, we're going to leave up.
I know what
weirdos on the show tonight. Good job, guys. Great.
I love what you guys are doing.
We're having a blast.
You guys are doing your part to make the world a better place by building good products with good incentives and good people. So keep doing what you're doing.
I'm excited to see you, Mike. Back at you, and also to Jay Janes. I like his new little project. Shout out the Silver Bowl. It's cool. He's been around the space forever. He would never rug a community. Like to me, those are the good experiments. Do a coin, build something with your community. You have.
He didn't even make it. It fell in his lap. Somebody made it and named it after him, and then airdropped him 60% of the supply.
I support those people all day long, and Mike, you do your part by finding amazing people to bring on the show, and like Blue Cotton the other week, and lifting up those builders that aren't,
I got a conference next week, so hopefully we'll get some more people.
What conference?
The Blockchain Futures Conference. The one that we had Tracy on the show, so I'm going to that one.
The Toronto one.
It will be. I'm actually curious to see when you guys will be at conferences and everybody will be able to spend and buy from the vendors via Artisan Cash.
I'm wondering.
That's what I was thinking in my head the whole time.
At a booth.
What was that?
I said, I'm wondering how we can make paying a bill fun at the booth. Like, no one wants to be at a conference and be like, oh, I got to pay my credit card bill. But let's make
what if we pay their bills? Ooh. We'll just have company credit cards and say, hey, come, we'll pay your bill.
partnered with the person who acquired us for $100 million.
Yes, because we don't actually want to pay your bills. Correct.
How about
But
we
it
just
will be
start with
sponsored.
buying a coffee or something? Yeah. What was is buy a slice of pizza without having to spend 10,000 Bitcoin or something like that.
Yes.
That's cute. We can do something with that.
Or pay a bill on the Artisan app on our iPad right here. Then you get to spin the wheel, and there's $300. There's just all kinds of. I mean, there's cool things you could do to like make it fun.
Can we throw
money.
like a ball at the dunk tank and dunk Doran in to win like $5 in stablecoin or
Yeah.
something like
And I'll do it naked.
Sure. For sure.
that? Sign me up! I'm going to be first in line.
This is on camera. It's recorded when we do our first one. This is happening.
You
All
dirty,
right,
dirty
bros,
dog.
I gotta go. Robinhood's dead. I don't know if everybody got the report, but apparently everyone's selling their Robinhood memes. Something broke. It's so over, and we're all coming back to, I guess, Solana.
Oh God, no! Just go to Avalanche. Don't go to Solana.
I'm not even
I had a
involved.
brief stint as a top 50 KOL on Robinhood yesterday, but then now I'm seeing messages that everyone's like, well, it was fun while it lasted, and they're selling all their, it's just friend tech, it's just stupid, and like whatever. But I did do some good Artisan advertising over there.
That's good. Yeah,
You just make it about yourself. If you're narcissistic
Yep.
enough as a company and a brand,
I agree.
you can make it about yourself.
And this is what you have to do to win.
That's right.
I actually enjoy Mick's posts, just like poking at all these different VCs. It's good entertainment.
I agree. Yeah, she sent one. I don't know if it was this morning or something, and she said something like, "Last time I'll bother you," blah blah blah, and then they responded, and I was like, "Bother them again in a couple days."
Was the world one? Is like
Obviously.
you said something. He's like, yeah, based. Followed.
Yeah, this is the World XYZ.
Yeah, you were like, you said you definitely.
But that's what you have to
roasted
do.
them.
I don't know. That's my like my number one life tip is to stop. What other people think of me is none of my business. And like I'll be like I'm in DMs with some VCs that I would have never gotten a chance to talk to if I didn't just have fun with them on the timeline. At the end of the day, we're all just freaking people, right? Like, get people's attention as a person, be someone that adds value to their life, whether it's a laugh or a congratulations or whatever. Everyone's out here asking. BegFi has been the meta. Like, that's not what this space was meant to be. It's about giving more than you take and like laying the foundations for real relationships and self-expression, like art and all of this stuff. Like, this is our golden age. Hopefully, hopefully we get AI doing all the work we don't want to do and we can have fun with it. So find your path, find your thing that excites you that is now made possible by AI and just start doing it as a side project. Have fun. Like, maybe it turns into something, maybe it doesn't, but you have the experience. And that's literally like the point of life, is to come have experiences, good and bad.
Yeah, and all that's great, and keep doing what you're doing, Mick. But we cannot fail at Artisan. Failure is not acceptable.
It's fail proof. It's in the name. That's very mysterious.
Get
If
in
you
zone,
were really smart.
I'm very interested to see how this progresses. I can't wait to see what comes up next. When you guys, I know you guys are doing your friends and family fundraising right now. So,
A few friends.
All the power to you right now. Hopefully we grow.
We got a pretty cool friend today. I can't wait till we can make
if you
that
guys
one
haven't
public.
yet, make sure you guys are following Artisan Cash on X.
Use
the like
Artisan.
button, do all the stuff.
You just use
Artisan. And not I'm not going to make a joke about it misspelling.
Artisan.
So follow it now. Put the notification bell on so you see all the Mix posts, and we'll see you guys on the next one, the Adoption Pod next week.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It was a blast.
This was fun. Have a good night.
I love having
everyone.
you on. You're probably one of my favorite guests, bro.
Oh, Mike, I love you.
Bye,
guys.
Get a room.
I can't wait to dunk you in the tank naked.
Oh my gosh.
Later.
Yeah. Turn it up one more time. You already know what it is. Yeah, yeah. Yo, we back at the end. Yeah, that's wild. And the episode down, added to the file. From the stories to the laughs to the real talk too. You pulled up, press play, let us ride with you. Woo. Crypto combos, guests from everywhere. Big ideas, real voices in the air. If you made it this far, then you already know we're building for the future. Watch adoption grow. Let's go. This is Adoption Pod. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for watching, y'all. Thank you. Hit play, hit like, hit share. Click, click, click. We'll be right back, right there. Adoption Pod. Yeah, we love this squad. We do. To the next low drop. Next one. Keep the fam love running non-stop. Yeah. Adoption Pod. Shout out the parents, the kids, the crew, the ones in the system. Yeah, we see you too. Every voice, every journey, every I got through. You the reason that we do what we do. From the first time listeners to the day one strong. If you learn one thing, then we did our job. Mass adoption.